Hey y'all, John Crow, Spyglass Realty. I hope you are doing well and you and family and friends and others are safe and healthy. Some really interesting times, right? Apologize for the breeziness. I took a minute to step outside and the wind doesn't want to cooperate with my phone calls or this. Wanted to talk about a couple of things today. First, to kind of touch on some real estate, which I'll come back to in a minute, but cover something. I was having a conversation with a good friend of mine, Chris, about some market stats that we saw, some changes that we noticed in the marketplace. And one of the things I started to investigate based on that was I'd been seeing more homes coming back. By that I mean they were under contract after being active and available, in some cases multiple offers, and then back on the market. And I'd noticed more of those over the last 2-3 weeks. And what I was contributing as a result of the health crisis. But it's something that has ultimately turned into what I refer to as the red car effect. More on that in a minute here. In between here, I want to talk about from a personal level what's going on. I am sure I'm no different than y'all, and that there's a lot of anxiety right now that I'm experiencing, that my family's experiencing. We don't know how long this is going to go. We don't know how bad it's going to get, and we all just sit and wait and hopefully are smart about what we're doing here to try to get through this as quickly as we possibly can and come out with the best outcome, healthy and in good shape as a country and as a world. So I've used this opportunity today to spend more time having really good conversations with family, with friends, even with my clients. I mean, I consider them my friends, so it sort of falls in that. But not the minutia, just really how are they? What's going on? I talked to a friend whose wife is expecting kid number 2, and just how is she doing? How are they doing? How are they managing? They've got a younger son, and it's good to hear that life is just kind of rolling along for them, and everybody's making the best that they can do. In my own household, I'm lucky that I live with an incredibly creative person in Carrie Crow, my wife. I have 2 young kids. One will be 7 in June, the other will be 4 in June. So an elementary school kid and a preschooler. And I came home yesterday to a real live version of Candyland. Pretty impressive. If you know the game, no slides and no ladders, but it was close, and the kids loved that. So thanks to Carrie. I love watching the entire family do that. But take an opportunity to get to spend some time, whether it's WhatsApp or FaceTime call or hop on a Zoom. A lot of ways, and technology's really done an awesome thing for how we can connect with people and maintain those connections despite the circumstances of being sheltering in place. Anyway, on the real estate front, the red car effect, right? I hit on that. So I told you I was seeing more homes come back to the market. And when I had the good folks, I sit on the board of directors of the Austin Board of Realtors, and I had one of my good friends over there in the MLS department send over some data. And would you be surprised to learn that the numbers are actually lower for homes coming back on the market now, the last couple of weeks, versus 2019? Well, in fact, they are. And by red car effect, I mean, you buy a red car, you all of a sudden notice more red cars on the road. Does that mean there was a run on the sales of red cars? Probably not. It's just you notice them because you have one. And that's the case of this. I was looking for it, so I saw it. Now, 2 weeks is not the definitive stat sequence that we need and data set that we need to really help me figure out a trend. I don't know where this is going. It could go the other way. But I know short term what I was looking for and seeing, part of that anxiety on the business front has been tethered and brought back a little bit more. So I'm just doing more reality checks, kind of trying to sit down with the numbers, listen to smart people, business-wise and others. And this comes back to you, the last thing I'll leave you with here. If you are in the real estate market, meaning you are a seller, you're a landlord, a prospective tenant, you're someone who is buying a home, those 4 categories that I serve, you need to sit down and look at the fundamentals. What is important to you? What were your goals before this? What are your goals long term? That's what real estate is. It's a long-term play. If you're a tenant leasing, not as much. But if you're someone who is looking to buy a home or sell a home, this is where it really matters. What was that criteria? What got you going in the direction of selling your home or buying a home? Look at those things. Have a conversation with me. I'm happy to help you figure out what's important and when. But now's the time to be self-centered. Focus on you, your family, your goals. This is when you do it. And if I can affect a decision that you make and help you do that, whether it's pause and wait and see how things are going, which a lot of people are, and I advise a lot of people to consider that, great. If you want to move forward and see what you can do, see what you can find, see what the market is if you're selling your home, that's a great thing too. Both of those, I think you're going to experience some good outcomes as long as the fundamentals are in play. If you are interested in having that conversation with me, you want to just talk, gosh, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to just drop a note below and or DM me, and I'll find you. We'll get together and we'll make this go. All right. In the meantime, just shelter in place, stay put. Let's do the smart thing and get through this as quickly as possible. And I'll see you on the other side, or I'll see you on the other end of this phone, somewhere on the screen. Okay. Take care. Be safe.